All right. Thank you everyone for joining me today. My name is Valerie. I'm the Director of Product Design, and this is the May UX Group Conversation. Please add your questions to the agenda and happy to address them.
I think I have the only question on the agenda, but I'm not sure that it's a safe question for the live stream. So just wanted to, I put mine at the bottom to see if anybody had anything for the live stream first.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. Yeah, if anyone has any questions ahead of that, we're happy to answer those questions, and then we will pause or stop the live recording to address your question, Nikki.
I think the question is safe.
Okay, great. Adam, I think you're the best person to answer that one.
Sure. Nikki, would you like to voice it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was just watching the key review, and I'm new to the SUS score. So I was reading up a little bit on the handbook, and it looked like the self-managed dashboard for SUS is a safe dashboard, and I don't have access to those dashboards. So I was just wondering if you could speak to how SAS and self-managed SUS scores and the questions related to them differ or compare.
Yeah, great. Happy to talk about this. So as for why self-managed is behind or is a safe dashboard, we briefly looked into that. I don't think that's supposed to be that way. Thank you for raising that. We're going to look into it. But we can still answer this question. I need to first explain a little bit about sampling methodology, because the way we sample SAS has been different from the way we sampled self-managed. And that part's pretty important because that allows us to draw accurate comparisons. We have Nick on the call who can talk to that a little bit more, and also how we think we're pretty close to finding a better way to sample for self-manage. And he can also talk about the differences between those questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to answer some of this. So for SAS, we have been improving our sampling methodology over the last 5 or 6 quarters. So originally we were we were definitely doing kind of convenience sampling. So not really differentiating too much between free users, new users, paid users, all these kind of different cohorts. So now we've done a little bit more strategically, a little bit more accurately, and we've seen a stabilization on our score because of it. But we do that all through the data warehouse, although we'll probably be making a transition to Marketo to do some of that recruiting in the future. But it makes it really easy to recruit SAS users because they're all in the data warehouse, and we can reach out to them if they've opted into those communications. Self-managed is a little bit more challenging. So in the previous quarters that we've attempted to collect self-managed data, we've come up with some awkward combinations of recruiting methodology. So we tried kind of doing through social media, through First Look, through Respondent, a couple of different recruiting sources, and that results in a pretty unstable SAS score. It just is unpredictable. It has a lot of variability, and so in the most recent quarter, we're trying to use Marketo, which is kind of an internal the Adobe tool, to kind of reach out to those self-managed users. And so we don't have a number on that yet, but in general terms, kind of avoiding the question of sampling methodology, overall, when you look at the question, self-managed scores typically have been slightly higher. I put that with a big caveat, a grain of salt, in that because the sampling methodologies have been unstable in the past, it's hard to say for sure. We're hoping to kind of correct that with some of these new methodologies. So, but in general, the self-managed score has been slightly higher than the SAS score. But we'll have hopefully more correct, valid data coming in the next couple quarters.
Awesome, thanks. Glad to be able to collaborate with you on that.
Yeah, great question, Nikki. Thank you, Adam. and Nick for your answers. Do we have any other questions today? All right, I don't see anyone typing. Give it a little bit more. Okay, I thought someone was going to start typing. I don't see anyone typing, so I'm going to call this. If you do have any questions, please feel free to add them to the agenda later, and you can tag me on them, and we're happy to answer anything that comes up.